How was your steak last night? He seems so tired. It felt like we were up for like 20 hours yesterday. What?
Not to me. I didn't feel that.
Really?
I'm sure we were.
You didn't think so? I want someone to make me breakfast. I had a weird dream. And I just forgot it. Ooh. Peter.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Short.
Yeah, I just feels like it, but on like days like yesterday, up all day and then sleeps. Today calls for a napping day. You seem so tired. Can't talk. First time seeing you ever seen you like that.
I got that this week, bro.
Did you go outside after your cold escapade? Jaravito?
No. In the hot tub.
Did you go in the hot tub? Did this open up last night? Did you, I don't know, did you drink some honey tea? Lemon water.
Respect.
Everything in a washer? In the dryer?
Oh, yeah.
What's up, man?
Oh. And you
Oh, God, sorry.
Probably didn't even see you.
Here you go.
It feels like such that day.
I didn't see you there.
What time did you guys, do you remember what time?
Yeah, I don't, no idea what it was. I keep trying to look at the clock because I was like,
Remember I was like,
felt like.
good night, go to bed?
You
Drew, I
slept
had
a
a
good
steak
hour
then.
longer than all of us. At least an hour and a half.
What?
Hour and a half. You slept before us.
We
It
went and,
was dim for like literally 5 minutes.
oh God, when I even looked in there, it was dark, and then I made a friggin' steak.
Did we do batteries?
Yeah, Topaz.
Topaz.
Come out to me, right?
Yeah.
She'll come on to you?
She'll come on.
They should come out here, right?
It's about time. I mean, she
Yeah.
should come on to you at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, she will, I'm sure,
You
buddy.
have given her a lot of attention.
Although she might be, who knows? She came right down to the bathroom.
Are you tired?
we still. But you know what?
I felt like it was like this. It was like, ah,
I don't know.
like, fuck. Let's do it again. Today there's another competition.
Do you feel more tired today than?
I just feel like a
hard to
motherfucking
judge
zombie.
these
That's
things.
it.
I've never seen you like
That was 2 of the longest days. Like I said, those 2 days.
Waitings.
They had 25 hours in each of those
I
days,
thought we stayed up.
and
late
we
too.
waited up when we were up 28 of them.
Sitting and waiting like.
Even if you're napping though, you're just like. Then all of a sudden you're like, we've been in here for 6 hours, and they say you've been in here for 20 minutes. Like what? What do you mean?
Honestly,
Please go into the bedroom. And then the teases.
Me,
Please
you,
go into the
Topaz.
bedroom. 17 hours later, the next time you hear from them.
Oh yeah.
me, you, and Topaz, when they're all getting ready, I think when we play volleyball, we laugh.
Can I go to your upstairs to your, can I use your restroom?
I was crying on the inside.
No,
No.
I actually like yeah.
think-
We laughed our faces off.
Oh god. Then we came outside. I was like, oh my god, this competition.
Like they.
It's funny. It took forever to set up, and then an hour later it was gone.
I know.
See, I told you it takes so because they have to get the angles right.
You know, I think someone said it last night. It's like also, think about it. They set it up, make sure it all works, but then they probably run through it. They probably do the competition.
Of course, yeah.
You know, like in Survivor, how they
Yeah. I know exactly what you're
when they do their shots later, it's
Yeah.
like people are like, oh my god, I can't believe they do that. It's like for continuity, they can't think it's not Survivor. It's not like us where they can get us to reshoot certain things, but here they got to make sure it works first. Can you imagine the middle of that one? It's like, oh, let's cut because you know the water doesn't work.
We
For
didn't hear them do it.
we were in the other room, weren't we?
Oh, so we could pick.
Of course
up
you
on
heard
this
it
so
if
we
you
could-
wanted
know,
to
you could
hear
hear
it.
just. Remember, actually, I think
They're
it was
right here.
Emmett was like, "There's water. I hear buckets and water." We're like, "No, man, you don't know what you're talking about."
I said like it's gonna be
Breeze.
something liquidy.
Milk ears on there.
Milk years.
Jesus, calcium, man.
He's even rid of a
He's
thigh.
the opposite of you, Mr. Fucking Pretzel Bones over here, and fucking.
Oh,
I know it's Mr. Glass and Iron Man. Fuck, calcium man.
So
Mr.
like.
Glass, Mr. Glass of milk.
Yes. It needs work, but it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
little finger.
it's
Yeah.
in there.
So
It's
here's
there.
the one.
I just call him the Milkman or the Incredible Milk. Or we could just call him Emmett,
And milk.
the cow fucker. Oh, that's not good.
No, did you call him Milkman?
Terrible.
Oh yeah, Milkman. I call him
Yeah.
Milkman.
Don't say that.
What, the cow fucker?
That's pretty bad.
Oh.
And you get no calcium from that.
The people in India are wanting to kill you, Andrew.
Callard.
How
Oh, yeah.
does it feel to be the most hated man in India?
Oh god.
Andrew, you're the most hated man in India.
It's good.
He's passed me.
Can you tell me why Evil Dick was like? I always he's one of my favorites too. Why like he?
Why was he hated in India?
Why no? Why was Evil Dick like? Why
Evil?
was he such a villain?
His
was
parents
evil.
named him that. That's the way it had to be.
E-V-I-L.
Oh
He
god.
burned a woman with a cigarette.
That was accidental.
Evil
But
Dick was in Big Brother America.
Yeah.
Who was it?
no, that was accidental. He had the cigarette in his hand and he was kind of like, Jenna was going after him and he ended up burning her. It wasn't like he went and goes like that. He'd be kicked out. He'd do that.
Intended to hurt him.
Was that Jenna? Who? Do I? Was that this season?
No,
What
no,
season
no,
was he
no,
on?
no.
I
If you
watched
watch
that
it
one.
again, you'll
That
see.
one I fully watched, but I just cannot remember any of it.
Dude, you can't intend to
Oh,
hurt
is that
someone. or
DNA?
people be gone.
No.
If I went and took my cigarette, hey Alec, you're an asshole.
Do that.
What
It was
happened?
somewhere in between what we're saying.
It is. You're right. He wasn't completely innocent in the
Who was
situation.
it? Who was the girl? Who was it?
Oh yeah, he was doing something like right at the veryness of the rules with her.
The
And,
Veritas?
like right at the
Cusp?
cusp. Very good.
Meaty part.
The music bar.
Yeah, and he was like, cool. They were going at it a little bit, kind of not fighting, but like,
Were they
stay away
play
from me.
fighting?
no, they weren't play fighting because they didn't like each other. So
I
Who-
think it
who
was
was
like,
it?
you come at me one more
Dick and
time, I'm
Jen.
gonna burn you. And then she came at him. And then he did.
I don't know if it was a threat. That was kind of. I don't know if it was that. I felt like that's what happened. Like they were
Yeah,
kind of
is that
fooling
something
around,
kid?
and he burned her
What season?
inadvertently.
He's like, I'm
8.
not listening to you assholes.
Here, you're the resident expert on Big Brother Evil Dick burned, what's her name, with a cigarette.
Genuine.
He was like,
He did
come
it
at
on
me one more
purpose.
time and I'll burn you.
He did it on purpose.
He said that and then he burned her. and
No, she grabbed for a cigarette and he warned her, but he did it on purpose.
Did he get kicked out for that?
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Because
So-
it makes good What's her television. name?
Jen.
The one with the unitard?
Yeah.
That's the season he was on.
Yeah.
She was like dumb, like played the
They
dumb,
didn't
the
like
dummy
each
role.
other, and she went to grab for a cigarette.
Right.
And he burned her.
But it was it was his cigarette.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Why would she go out trying to take his
She
cigarette?
didn't smoke though, did she?
No.
So she was just trying to
She
be a
hated it.
pest.
She was being a pest. But how could he get away with it though if he actually, with intent?
Yes, he did.
He got away with it then. That's like
Yes, he
physical
did.
violence.
No, it's not.
Well, I mean,
Because they didn't like each other. Well, no.
Well, that-
One, it makes good TV.
Okay.
Two, they didn't like each other. Three,
It
he
makes
warned
good
her.
Hot water.
4, it makes good TV.
Four, it makes good TV.
there's no denying any of that.
So
but-
how did he get it? When did he get his name, Evil Dick?
I think he gave it to himself. I didn't like him at all. Actually, I thought he was horrible.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Everybody, certain people love him. I watched that season. I thought it was a pretty good season.
I liked him, but when it read
But him and
upon
his daughter, they hate. That was the one. Who else was on it? They brought him. They were like.
Danielle's his
That was the
daughter.
first season of
they
Big
were
Brother I watched.
Danielle.
First
Oh, yeah?
season I ever watched.
They had three people who were
Then I
like
watched
exes
everything-
or like
yeah.
part of people's pasts or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Who else was it?
There was the gay guy,
High
and
school
then the
rivals.
blonde girl,
Oh, I like
the
the
big
blonde girl.
boobs. She was somebody's high school rival. or
Jessica.
something like
Jessica, I think her name was.
Oh, was that America's Player, Eric?
Eric.
that. Yeah, that was Eric's season.
He was the first America's player.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that, and I was going, "This guy is America's Player." Didn't he have to like get someone's pillow wet or something like this, or something
Yeah, he
weird,
played little pranks.
stupid shit
Yeah,
like
he
this?
just did pranks on.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
how it
hated
was.
that guy.
Yeah, it was. And then he ended up with that chick. I was like, he's going out with her.
That was exactly
Everyone
me. That
says
was
the
me
same thing,
screaming
yeah.
at my
And you're like,
television.
no.
And I really liked that girl. And I did was like, the episodes were kind of leading
She
to it a little
was
bit.
really
She
cute.
was
I
really
was-
cute, yeah. But she was like, hi,
No,
like
she
not-
had the squeakiest voice
Yes,
I've ever heard in
yeah.
my life.
What's her
Yeah.
name?
Jessica, I think.
I'd like her, wouldn't I?
I hated
Huh?
him so much.
And then who was the other relationship? Gay guy, you said?
There was Dustin and
Oh,
some
Dustin,
other
yeah.
guy.
Joe.
Or Justin
Think
and
the-
Joe.
I
Yeah.
think the other gay guy.
They
They
were-
were an ex-couple. They were a couple.
They
But they came in and were like, oh my god.
Hated each other's guts. Well,
I don't
mean,
remember them at all. And then Dick and Danielle was like estranged from her father.
I
right?
remember that season.
And like, oh my god. Can you imagine? You're like, sweet, I'm a big brother. You come in and you're there like, my dad is here?
Well, Danielle is so sexy. Oh my gosh.
Danielle is. She's like a hippie style in a way.
Don't
Big
know why.
fan.
You
Just
think
damn.
you think
And then
that,
she
if
got
that
with
tree was a
Dominic,
woman-
who's like how many years younger than her?
What's that?
Dominic should
They're
have
not
married.
that. They're not. There's not a huge age difference.
Oh, just a couple of years.
Danielle is older, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's like
Dominic
that
is like
significant.
25 or
He just
24.
looks really young. He looks 15.
But she,
Dominic.
he fell in love with her.
She was 20.
No, Danielle
She
is
was
older.
20 in
20
the
when she
first
was on the
season,
show.
so
Oh,
then
yeah.
she
What
was
season are we talking about? Isn't that the one?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then,
but
and
season
then,
8, and then she was on 5 years later. It's just
Oh, yeah.
25 in the next season.
Yeah.
24.
I didn't see that one either.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh, that was a good one.
I think I said that's when Dick left and and never
I thought
told
you weren't
anybody.
allowed to be on the show unless you were 21.
Yeah, that was the only. I remember them saying, we can't talk about casting, but I remember them saying that was the only time they ever did it because they wanted to do this twist.
Right, so Danielle was 20 when she
She
had
was
to-
20.
I
She was
remember
the
being
only
20.
person who was ever 20 or under 21.
Well, Evil Dick must have been
Because-
like they're really whatever it was that was.
Apparently, he tried out like 5 times or something.
Yeah,
He's a
7
huge
times.
fan of the show.
He tried 7
He has
times.
a huge podcast or something about the show, too.
The thing is, I
Now,
like
obviously.
him, but when I
Right
read
now, but
Look at us. We're all 1 for 1 in our auditions.
when I-
Oh, except for Liza, apparently.
what?
Yeah, she's.
Yeah, we got the
I
last
never
time.
heard that. She never told me that one.
What?
She was a finalist
that?
for Big Brother
I don't
10
know.
US.
She lied on that.
Could have been.
Who knows?
She could have lied. She lied about
But
basically
she could have lied.
everything.
Did you confirm that with the coffee maker?
Does she have dual
best friend, yeah.
Does she have dual citizenship?
Yeah, she must. Yeah.
Kid,
The coffee maker tells me.
I like
otherwise.
Evil Dick. the
She
thing
won a
when-
reality
when I
show too,
read
apparently, in the U.S. Someone that we never heard of. Did you
She
hear
was on
this?
Cash Cab, I've heard of it.
True in Toronto.
We all know Cash.
There's another one. She
What
said
the
it was
hell
something
is
about
that?
being on a boat, being a pirate.
I don't think she was on it, was she?
She said she finished second. And this I remember explicitly because I was like, "That's the stupidest show
Yeah,
I've
it
ever
was a
heard
rough
of."
one.
Yeah, the people
Show,
on the show also must have been morons. So they're saying.
Oh, I believe
True
I think I
Liza.
remember
Some
some of
kind
that.
of
True
thing, yeah.
Liza.
Screw
Look,
that.
this thing I like. People
Let's
think when I
screw
read
Liza.
some of his tweets, I'm like,
I'll do my
why did
best
he
I
say
can.
that? Because he
Evil
will tell off his, he will tell off people that like tell him off, which
He's
is
not
like
a very good
fair.
tweeter.
He's just that
I like
he's
personality
Howard
on
Stern,
TV.
but
Yeah.
not nearly as smart.
Howard Stern, isn't
Now
he?
it's Stern
I like
compared.
Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have a
does have
radio
a-
show?
But
He-
Howard
does-
Stern is
does he not have a
really
podcast
I think
of
he's a
some-
smart
What's a
guy.
podcast?
Fame about Big Brother since he's been on the show. I think he has some kind of like.
How long
show
can you
or
talk about it? How many
radio show.
podcasts can you have on that? I suppose you could about.
No,
each
my buddy
season.
Mertz was telling me, the reality guy. He was telling me that even though he left that season, he didn't really care. He won Big Brother, obviously won that season, and he left season. What was it, 13 or 14?
Not 14.
Was it 14?
No, it was 14 last
13,
year.
13. Yeah. He's doing quite well for
I
himself.
did like him. I
Based
thought he
on
was.
Big
I
Brother.
thought he was probably my
He
favorite
also
guy
won
on that one.
$500,000.
Huh?
He also has $500,000 from Big Brother too, right? So
You got to think for the states, that's like, they get 500,000. They get what?
That's
300,
tax.
Yeah,
300, 300 something. That's like
Be
Jeff
something.
Candid and Survivor saying, do I need to play this game for $666,000? I made $60 million in my career. Everybody's like, you fucking dick.
Who's Jeff Cannon?
yeah, because
He's a baseball player. who was on
Brandon, for
Survivor last
example, I remember that because
Jays, right?
Brandon,
year. He played on the Jays.
Brandon
he
and
played on the Mets, he
Rachel
played on the-
totally
Yeah,
destroyed
Jays
someone,
won
saying,
the
"You
World
want second
No,
place? That's
just
good for you,
after.
buddy. It's a Toyota Corolla after it's all over." Because
What happened?
Brandon was like punking someone for second place. He's like, "Yeah, well, if you finish second, after taxes, all you're gonna get is a fully loaded Toyota Corolla. It's like
Toyota Corollas are
$30,000.
nice. Corollas are nice.
Corollas suck.
Brandon, I never watched that one. That was Rachel.
See this watch?
Who loves Rachel? Because all I know is
This
her
watch is
voice.
where I
Rachel
walk
gained a
in your
lot of
car.
respect for me in the second season that she was in.
Yeah,
She
Why?
won. She played much better.
Yeah.
She was
I just
super
remember being
annoying
like,
in the first season.
I like her voice. I
Oh
just
my
want to bang
gosh.
my head off that tree.
Topaz, her laugh.
I know, I can't even do it.
You
right now.
Rachel was
bitches.
annoying to as a
Ah.
person, but she grew on me as a game player.
Yeah,
In
me
s-
too. I have
The
to
second
agree with
season
that.
she was in.
Oh, she was in two, right? Her and
The
Brandon.
first season was just.
Who else was on her
Well,
first
they
season?
fucking gave her the second one. They put her in there with a bunch of morons.
Exactly.
It was a
That's
bunch of
true.
returning players and idiots.
That's what Redemption Island was for
It was
both
the
of them.
worst
Exactly.
set
Like
of. I
they-
couldn't agree
What
more with
Who were
season?
the other people on
That
it?
had to
The
be the
Redemption
worst
Island,
set
What
of
season?
people to
This
go
was some
against
like
them.
hillbilly.
What
that-
season?
Oh, was it? Oh, what
This is.
So Brandon was Jeff and Jordan
13.
on it?
I'm
Was
on.
Jeff and Jordan weren't
It
on
was
it,
Jeff,
right?
Jordan,
Yeah.
Dick, Danielle, Rachel, and Brandon.
It was conditioned so that one
They-
of the
those guys were
returnees was
all
going to win.
idiots.
Yeah. How so? Like what?
They just put them in there with the dumbest
It was the
possible
worst
people
guy I
they
could-
could
yeah.
find.
Why you think Jeff and Jordan are?
No, not them.
It's
the
not
other
Jeff
people.
and Jordan. It's the other
And then
The
what?
other
8
people.
people that were in the
14
house
people?
were
Oh, yeah.
morons.
Was it
Yeah, I think it was
14?
10.
I just remember the
no,
main ones.
Like they put
16.
Portia in there.
it-
Yeah,
Yeah,
Portia.
it was.
Kalia.
And
Oh
then
my
they did
God,
something where you
Kalia.
have to play for half of the season,
Every time she
half
opened her
of the
mouth.
show, right? If you won the
hated
Golden
that chick.
Key,
Yeah.
Portia won it, and someone else, a couple other people won it.
Portia
They
was
didn't
kind
have-
of annoying.
Yeah, they didn't even have
I
to
like
play
Portia,
like half of the
but
game.
just to look at
Every
her,
one
she
of
was
the
terrible.
newbies in that
She's pretty
season
bad.
sucked.
Yeah, they were all bad. I can't even think of one. Like
They were all awful.
they were all bad. Yeah, I can't even remember. Okay, Bacon guy.
Do
was
you know why Dick left
worse.
the show? Like he left that
It
one
was
day.
some kind of family related.
Then
thing.
there was what's her name? The
Why do you
the
talk
mom.
about?
No.
Like you know how you have to
Backstab
give
Jordan.
a list of
Did you watch the season?
one of
Personal
those things
reason.
happen.
Pretty good season. It was pretty, and it was
It has to do
entertaining.
how
like
related.
no one like.
But you were,
knows.
I was right away
Okay, yeah.
cheering for the veterans.
No,
like
I think he told
the newbies,
why,
I didn't
but
have any interest in any of
it's on
them.
the
Like, they were
internet.
terrible.
I didn't care to
How you
find
could
out
be
though. I
come
didn't
back.
really like it.
Every time, I told you,
You
like,
don't
Big
have to
Brother's
worry
not
about
gonna have all new casts.
You don't have to worry about
They're
it.
just not gonna.
I know that.
You could come back and they won't even remember you from your first season. Be like, oh, so this is your first audition. So why do you want to be on the show? Start the whole process again. Anyway,
I just don't know how it's so draining. This.
Yeah,
We've been
it's
here for
pretty
32
fucking
days now. Just doing it again. I would walk in and probably just be like, "Fuck all of you." And leave 30 minutes later.
Oh,
Well, they would put you in. Maybe they put you in with one of us, so it wouldn't be so bad for you.
So you, I would look at leave 15 minutes later. Be standing on the stage and be like, no! Start choking you out. Marissa's like, oh god.
Yeah.
Riz is like,
Trouble in paradise.
Ah, the man-mats. It's
Yeah.
gone rotten.
for the first day of the show, we go up opposite sides. We try to get each other out.
Like,
Like,
you know
going
who
up
should
to
get
different
out?
people.
That fucker
Get
Ace.
this fucker out.
Oh
I'll
my
lose my
God.
fucking mind. We're both saying the same thing.
Player in history. We gotta get him out, guys.
Exactly.
We gotta.
Like, look, guys, I'm not gonna win anything.
you guys are so
Get
funny.
this
It's a triple
Wow.
non-threat. Not physical, not mental, not social.
Mental.
That's it.
No, I'm not mental.
Not mental.
That's-
Not physical, not social.
Breakfast,
What mental?
cereal and fruits.
Huh?
Is it a parfait? What is it?
More people get it.
It's chili. Gross.